3, 2, 1. Because we're live. And we're live.
Welcome, everybody, to the STD podcast. We are still in quarantine. We are here today with Tom, Pat. Nope, no Pat. Oh, wait, maybe we got a Pat. Is that a Pat? That's a fucking Pat I see. Tom, Pat, Dennis, and myself. Oh, and fucking Hobo Joe's here, too.
Yeah, Joe is representing with the fucking nuclear bomb, dude. Look. Green
so, I figured seeing as how was your week, ain't really going to do shit because we ain't done shit this week, obviously. We would start with whatever's on your mind for a solid minute. Everybody else gets muted. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say for a minute. We'll get the show started. So, Joe, randomize somebody and put them up.
Well, let's get the party started with some random chat before we get into the freestyle. I mean, we don't even have any topics on the board yet.
That's the whole point, is to start a discussion on somebody's topic, dude.
All right, well, let's talk about how in future shows you eat all the food that we have for the cast.
We get it. Fat jokes, they're lame, they're over, they're done. Move forward.
Fat jokes never end.
Stop talking about my weight. We're going to have a lot more fat jokes after this quarantine's over because nobody's losing weight up in this bitch.
I am actually losing weight, dude, believe it or not, because I'm pretty much not eating. So
after a while, you get sick of the same food over and over, dude. You really do.
I know. I've had
so much food you can eat, bro.
I've had one meal a day for like the last 5 days. I don't know. I just don't have an appetite.
You save it. You're stocking up in that toilet paper.
Oh yeah.
Making sure you're not using too much TP.
The less you eat, the less you shit, which is strategic. It's thinking strategically, tactical eating.
Sue wrote how much Joe loves the Steelers. Sue, I do not love the Steelers. That's false. I hope the Steelers have one of these, a nuclear bomb blowing up in their house. See that right there? Fucking Bubby Brister and all the sucky Steelers can have the nuclear bomb blow up in their house.
Steelers.
All right, we are going to get into some football later for sure. We can talk about how much the Steelers suck right now. What do you hate more than the Steelers right now? Think about it. Like if a chick, like 350-pound chick, was picking her ass to fucking save a lot, would you hate that more than the Steelers?
The only thing I hate more than the Steelers is this coronavirus. That's how much I hate the fucking Steelers. But not
fucking virus, baby. All right, now they're coming out with phases. There's phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3. Now, phase 1 is what? Restaurants is opening up. They're gonna have to maintain.
Oh, did that come out for sure?
It's kind of recommended, and what Trump gets. Yeah. What President Trump wants, he fucking gets, dude. He just does it, man. He just does whatever he wants. He doesn't care. He's always been like that. He just does whatever he wants, bro. No matter what. Fuck it.
Well, we'll see after May 1st, but I don't think life is going to be back to normal in a month.
It's never going to be back to normal. It won't be back to normal for like another 2 years.
2 years?
No, we're opening up May 1st. It's going to happen.
Whoa,
Yes, we're opening up May 1st, but what he's saying is that it's not going to get back to normal. And I predict it's not going to get back to normal for another 2 years, at least until we get this vaccine going.
Like I told you, I'm betting that they don't have people in the stadiums this year.
I mean, it's not going to be like May 1st. Poof, everything's going back to normal. And
that's going to be so hard to try to have sports, not have stadiums full.
Yeah,
is it going to be worth it for them?
I think by January or by May 1st, we're going to have the restaurants open. With about half capacity, every other booth, something like that. We'll probably have sports start up with no fans in the stand for June. Maybe half of July or something like that. And then once the summer concert season gets opened up, then we'll start slowly opening up back to events. And once football season hits, man, we're going to be...
Okay, but Joe, what's possibly going to change between, June 1st and, and July 1st? Nothing.
Well, it's like this. I mean, it's like this. How many per day are dying now in the U.S.? What, 5,000?
The disease will still be around. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's no way to protect people against the disease.
But if you get to a certain point where it's only high-risk people and old people getting it, you're not going to shut down the rest of society just because these certain people are getting it. Just isolate those people and move the fuck on, dude. You can't keep shutting stuff down months on end for no reason. Just because
there's going to be too many people. There's going to be too many people to isolate, though. I mean,
I hear your argument. I just tell you on a more realistic side. I mean, they canceled the Olympics. I mean, they would. With how much money they put into, they wouldn't do that, or they.
It's never going to get sorry, it's never going to get back to normal 100%. And even if we get the vaccine, it's never going to be 100%. But nothing's going to be normal-ish in a normal sense until we get the vaccine and everybody takes it. So that's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
May 1st is just a pipe dream.
Well, they're going to get. There's too much. I mean, certain things are going to have to open. For one, people are going to need to get their haircuts. People are going to need to have to get. He is in the hospital. He is a neurosurgeon with the Mayo Clinic, from what I've been known. To answer your question here, James, or it might be the Cleveland Clinic. I don't know. I'm not really familiar. I'm not a medical guy.
Which Mayo? Hey Joe, which Mayo Clinic is it? The Tony Mayo Clinic or the Dan Mayo Clinic?
The Dan Mayo Clinic has just a line of people ready to do whatever.
I think
for a mile long.
I think Donn just went to. I think Donn just went to the Mayo Clinic, the condiment Mayo Clinic, to get some more mayo for his ham.
I think Donn went to the ketchup clinic and then the Mayo Clinic and then the burger clinic
and then the mustard clinic. He's going to go to hit all the condiment.
The taco bar,
condiment clinic, and then he's going to the burger clinic.
And then he went to Rallies. Dude, Rallies is so good. I love Rallies, man. Rallies is like
I miss Rallies. I miss Rallies.
I don't miss Rallies. I never really liked them that much.
Rallies is good.
Oh, dude, that's the one thing.
If you ever run for mayor, you should try to bring. If you ever get elected mayor, Joe, bring Rallies back.
Rallies, Long John Silver's, and fucking Sonic all need to be in fucking North Olmsted.
Sonic was never
Rallies was my favorite
fry.
As an adult, I've never been. But
hey,
what's up, Dad?
You gotta do Wendy's, Five Guys. It's the only burgers that I fuck with. You know, from a restaurant.
What?
We got those two.
Those are the only burgers. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to a McDonald's in such a long time. Years.
You mean fast food, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, home burgers and shit, or yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. Okay. I'm saying gourmet, but okay, in terms of fast food. But I mean,
no. Have you had the not the Rally Burger, the Big Buford? Have you had that?
That's good.
No,
I have.
But I think the best burger is the brown bag burger. The
brown bag burger is good, but I think for value, you can't beat the Rally Burger, or they can't beat the Big Buford in terms of value and price and consistency. It's such a great burger.
What's the most overrated burger of all time?
Most overrated burger of all time?
Overrated.
The Whopper.
The Whopper serves its purpose. I'm not going to say the Whopper.
I used to work there, so that's why I don't eat. I hardly ever eat there anymore, even though that was like 15 years ago. But
I used to work at Arby's in like 2000. I still eat there all the time. Still good.
Really? You didn't get tired of food like in no time?
Nope, they get tired of it. I mean, I worked at the Arby's in Brook Park for almost 2 years. Still eat the food there. It was actually clean and sanitary. I really didn't have any horror stories.
Maybe that's why too, because my store was dirty, man. It was disgusting back there.
Oh, if you have a Rallies, RJ wrote Sonic was supposed to go where Swenson's is. That'd have been fucking sweet. And I do remember that there was a Long John Silver's out here because that was my first job. Besides the Plain Dealer was Long John Silver's back in '93, and I worked at it's where there's a Baskin Robbins there now over on Lorraine by Cam's. But yeah, Long John Silver's was fucking death, dude, because we'd have to clean those grease traps when we run out of hot water. So we're trying to clean all this water with fucking grease with cold water. It was so horrible. I would get off work and just park in the driveway and just fall asleep. I was so dead tired. One time I was so tired, I actually drove through the fucking street, drove in my sleep through the intersection. Shit, the cop woke me up, tapped me on the window, and said, "You're in the middle of the street." And I had to drive home. It was ridiculous.
Okay, he didn't arrest you or anything like that.
No, dude. If you're over 6 foot and you're white, you just don't get arrested. I mean,
I was about to say,
I bet you've been arrested more than the rest of us combined, Joe. What are you talking about? And I'm black. Okay.
Well, I have. That is true, Dennis. But if you consider the entire body of shit that I have done, my God, man, I've been arrested for a fucking fraction of it, really.
In relation to how often you get arrested, in terms, versus how much illegal shit you've done, yeah, that's true.
Oh, for sure, dude. I mean, dude, there was a period there. Pat's coming back where I was doing illegal shit 3, 4, 5 times a day. I'm not just talking like flicking a cigarette butt into some weeds and speeding 5 miles an hour to speed limit. You're talking 3, 4, several felonies.
I've done some felonious shit back in the day. Some of that still didn't feel comfortable.
Back in the day, dude, that was 2016. Right?
There one time there may have been an incident, argument over a parking space here in Detroit. A gun may or may not have come out, but no shots were fired. So,
You could have been.
I don't know
like
what the fuck's up with my service, man. It keeps booting me out.
You need to upgrade you guys' stuff.
The Galley Boy. The Galley Boy is the
computers.
most overrated burger. I wanted to talk about burgers. How did this turn into going to jail? I wanted to talk about how bad the Galley Boy is.
Yes. Hey,
you
okay, Pat. I agree with you 100% that the Galley Boy is the most overrated burger.
God, man, every fucking time.
God.
Now, if for those of you who have never had a Galley Boy,
I've never had a Galley Boy.
Imagine this, okay? Take a triple White Castle burger and put barbecue sauce on it. That's a Galley Boy.
All it is sauce. All it is sauce.
Who the fuck puts barbecue sauce on a burger, man?
Literally, a triple White Castle with barbecue sauce is all it is. Fucking is.
Ooh,
RJ wrote the Arby's in North Olmsted was the 4th Arby's ever built. Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. That's
in the country or what? Or in Ohio or what?
Like ever, I guess.
But the thing that pisses me off about that fucking Arby's is you can't turn left coming back east, and that's bullshit. You gotta wait at that light, because if you're coming out that drive-through, you gotta go like this and turn around and go all the way down and then come out, because you can't turn. It's a fucking horrible design, dude. They need to change that part.
See, I cut through Brook Park Extension.
You just go all the way back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that. I always end up.
I'm going west, so.
I always end up at that Chick-fil-A by your house, Joe.
I never cared for Chick-fil-A.
Right now, they need to move that to a different fucking spot, because Chick-fil-A can make its own business.
That's another overrated place, in my opinion.
I fucking love Chick-fil-A, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like, compared to any other fast food chicken sandwich, I don't know.
No, I never cared for it.
Really? Chick-fil-A is so expensive for bang for your buck.
But you know what? I never. You know what? I don't love the fries that much. So I usually only get the sandwich. I literally just go and I get a sandwich, or sometimes I'll get 2 of them, the spicy chicken sandwich, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like the sandwich. Speaking of $50, $4, I think maybe. I think it's less than $4.
Speaking of White Castle, though, that's probably the most underrated fast food burger. At least I love White Castle, man. I can probably eat 10 of those. They need a White. They didn't bring
I don't think
White
I've ever
Castle
had White
back.
Castle.
Oh my god!
Is there one around here?
You have not had what?
Dude, that's the best.
No one around here.
That's the best road trip in
Detroit or Columbus is the closest one around here.
So you have to go to a place that's half a state away for fast food.
Right, but when you're in the Marines, you're in other places, right? Were you in a place where they had White Castle?
I don't even know. I mean, like, would never think to go there.
They're in Detroit, though, too. Or in Michigan.
It's the best
road
trip in
I was stationed in North Carolina, but it was like, I don't even know if there's any there.
See, Joe and I are familiar with with White Castle because of the road trips we went on with Hernan. And then
me and what's funny? Last year, 2 football trips we had some on the New Jersey trip, didn't we, Pat?
I think we did.
And then me and Mayo, when we went down to Cincinnati to see the Browns Bengals game, we had one too.
Oh, I love White Castle, man. White Castle's good. I get the frozen ones sometimes at the grocery store, and they're not as good. They're not as good. The frozen aren't as good as the real thing. They are not.
Oh, no way. Plus, they cook it on that grill too, and you gotta realize that grill captures all that flavor for all the years that it's been in operation.
All that juice, all that burger juice.
The way they do it,
the
way they do it, and they poke those 4 little holes in the middle of the patty, and then the way they do the onions. And I'm not a big onion fan, but the way they do the onions, just like, oh my god, doesn't get better than that. It's so greasy and bad for you, and it's great.
About White Castle, those 4 holes that they poke in the White Castle burger, the slider, is enough meat for them to make another slider. There you go.
Wait, say again.
So the holes that they put in each slider in the meat, those 4 holes, the meat that they take from that is enough to make another slider.
Really?
Thin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're so thin, if you notice. But
Here, let's see if I can. I'm gonna try something real quick. We haven't done this before. Hold on. Let me go back to brick wall. Look there. And I'm gonna try to do it meteorologist style. Hold on. That's good. Right
You look
there.
like you're in a dive
Yeah.
stand-up lounge getting ready to go on.
He's
No, I'm
gonna
going
play
to.
Mayo's performing in front of 2 people.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right. Should be good.
Yeah, they're
As
all over.
you can see, there are no White Castles in our area. Here we are.
That's new. That's
There's the
new.
closest ones up there or down there.
Okay, but
So-
Tom, the White
ask me,
Castle.
where am I supposed to go to a White Castle? Where I'm supposed to eat at? Maybe I should drive down to Columbus
No, the White
or
Castle.
Detroit.
The White Castles in the Cleveland area didn't close until 3 years ago. I was literally already living in Cleveland already.
There was one on
Here
117th.
comes,
Yeah,
here comes
and-
Don again for the 20th time.
117th and Trisket was the one we used to always go to. We used to get all the fucking
Oh
time.
yeah, the ghetto.
Before
Oh,
that,
Oh, yeah.
that was a spot back in the day, Pat. You know that shit, son. That was my spot. Hey, Don, you
Hey,
guys nearby or what, man? What's up with this?
Hey,
That-
I'm probably gonna head out. I'm probably gonna head out soon, but before I go, are we gonna talk about the news, or are you waiting till the end to talk?
I was gonna do it after the Javon interview. I was gonna do the big news. So
Oh, okay. I probably won't be. Okay.
okay. Well, let me bring it. All right. So for those of you who don't know, our Don Shear right there. He's the bottom bubble. He's below me. If you're looking at me,
Donkey
right
Kong.
on there. Big guy on the couch. He starred in a movie. It's on YouTube. It's called what's it called? Common Creed.
It's also on Amazon. I watched it on Amazon as well.
Oh, no, Amazon. I'm sorry, it's on Amazon. And we'll if you guys want to, we have the ability to watch a short clip
Hey,
now. So let's
Has Dennis
before.
and Tom seen Don's performance?
I have watched the entire movie.
I've seen it.
Let's
I've seen
let's
bits
watch
of the
a short
movie,
clip
but I
here,
definitely
folks.
watched Don's part.
Yo, if
Right.
it kicks me out again, I'm just gonna stay out.
We're gonna watch a clip here real quick, and then we'll bring on Javon to talk about this movie.
I'm in a pissy mood anyways. I really don't feel like.
Be quiet. Oh shit! I gotta bring it on the screen. Hold on. Is that real heroin?
I assumed
be
the
like
all
Mr.
heroine in the movie was real.
This can be like Mystery Science Theater 3000, where we're just ridicule it.
Here's our boy Don. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna bring it. There we go.
Here it comes.
King, turn around. It's over.
It's not gonna happen.
Ooh,
You
it's a twist.
What are you gonna arrest me?
Goddamn right.
I'll take over now, motherfucker. Remember when
Didn't
I said
see that coming. She's a woman.
You should have did the spoilers.
I'm not gonna be in jail a month. I'm gonna make a
Spoiler
phone
alert.
calls back in DC, and I'm gonna be out
Oh,
before you know
there's Big Don.
Oh, here he comes.
and your
Uh-oh.
kid.
Spoiler alert.
Oh,
Wow, right in the head.
right to
What
the
the fuck?
Dude, that one shot is so awesome. It's so bloody and everything. It's crazy.
I work for the
Oh, he's not done yet. He's
Look,
not done yet.
Not only that, there's a whole shipment of heroin in there.
What the fuck?
Look at that professional acting.
Dude.
There's a whole shipment of cupcakes in there. It's all mine. Mm.
Oh,
Wow.
damn.
He was stealing from the family too. Remember who runs
Ooh.
the city? Because we're always watching. Get your people, get out of here. I got this.
You got this.
Don's got this.
Got
You need a shirt that
You
says
got
"I got this."
Protocols disengaged. I am from the mayor and the governor.
I got
Look
this.
at Don casually
I
smoking
got
cigarette
this.
while he holds his gun.
I got this. All right, that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal scene. All right, so
Yeah,
that movie is out right now on Amazon. It's called Common Creed. What we're gonna do right now, we're gonna bring on the guy who made the movie. His name is Javon. Don's friend Javon Bates. Welcome to the show, everybody. Can you hear us, Javon?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. How y'all doing?
Outstanding.
There you
Where
go.
did Don go? Where the fuck did Don go? I don't even know where he went.
Camera
He said
shy.
there's something wrong with his internet, so
Yeah, Don has a shitty internet. Javon, it looks like you have decent internet, so it's awesome you can welcome to the show here. Now, what made you? How is this your first movie? Have you ever done movies before? What made you get into movies?
Yeah, this is my first movie. I just watch a lot of movies and I write books and I just watch a lot of movies and I was like, you know what? I think it would be great for me to make my first movie out of one of my books and I just chose my book, Common Creed.
Okay.
No, I didn't realize it was a book too.
Oh yeah. Well, when is the book on Amazon as well, or how do you get the book, or is it a published book?
Yeah, you can get it from Amazon or you can get it from tegmedia.org.
Okay. What? How long? This movie was pretty much all filmed in Cleveland, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
How long did it take you to film this start to finish? Would you say?
We started in April. We finished in September.
Okay. 5 months or so. That's about standard on a lot of these movies.
Oh,
What
yeah.
would you say was one of the hardest part about doing this movie, in your opinion? If you had to do it again, what would you do different? That kind of thing.
Probably the scheduling. I mean, it was tough getting different, actors and the cast together for certain shoots. And then it was the weather. I don't know if you'll remember, but back in April, May, and June, it rained a lot in those months. So it kind of pushed a lot of different, times and stuff back.
Just do what they do in movies and schedule a funeral on every rainy day.
every scene schedule a funeral out. Now, what's now on these we were me and Dennis were watching some of the scenes that Donn was in with the cops and stuff. Now a lot of that was obviously was silly stuff built into the movie. Somebody dropped off. Pat dropped off. But what did you the guns and stuff and the badges and the police uniforms and all that? Was that like from a prop store? Or where'd you get all that, or did you consult with like some policemen, or how'd you get into all that stuff?
eBay, Amazon, stuff we just found around town, stuff we found outside. It was just like a little bit of everything. So
you bought all that. You had to buy all this stuff yourself, or just ask people in thrift stores, stuff like that, kind of.
Yeah, we bought stuff on our own, and we found stuff like outside on the ground.
Here's a police badge. Here's a gun.
So, it was just different things that we had, and some like the money and stuff and guns. I just ordered that through Amazon. So.
What was that brick of heroin that was in that scene we just saw? What was that made out of? Out of curiosity.
Oh, you know what? I made that out of flour.
He just grabs them up.
What I did was I took the thing of flour, cut the paper, wrapped it up in plastic, and start cutting the actual paper out of there, and just wrapped the plastic again around the flour that I was cutting. So that's why you seen it look like that. I just put a tape, like a little band around it, so it look like it's a heroin brick.
Okay.
Now, the guy thought he had cane, but
that's what we're telling everybody, right?
The plot twist is that the heroin's real, and I'm a millionaire now. How do you know Donn? Did you are you a stand-up comic? Do you do any other kind of entertainment as well, or just a movie? Or
well, I do entertainment, and I was doing my entertainment comedy entertainment show called The Comic Book, and I was just getting different comics around Cleveland to do like 10-minute, 15-minute comedy sessions on stage, and I was just doing it at different places, and that's how I met Donn.
Oh yeah, I saw Mayo on that too, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who else was on there now? What actor did you say does that we would know, or person we would know?
Anthony was on he was on a comedy thing. I saw because I saw the advertisement.
Oh, Mayo was on it? Okay. Good deal. Do you have any plans for upcoming movies or any further projects coming out, stuff like that? Or you're just gonna chill for a while? What plans you got going on now?
Well, right now I'm just preparing to write part 2, writing the book first. Then I'm gonna turn the book into a screenplay, working on the soundtrack, and then get it back out into the theaters and get the city wrapped around it. And I'm gonna let people know, as soon as I get the cover and everything, I'll let everybody see it and start, getting help for it and financials and different things for it. So
yeah, Joe's looking for a spot as a weed guy number 3.
I just want to watch everybody doing those smoke weed in the corner.
But no, we're gonna be having.
Dennis was.
I'm sorry, what you say?
Go ahead. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying we're gonna be having like casting for different roles too, so that'll be coming up probably at the end of the year.
Okay. Cool. Dennis was wondering about some of the soundtrack you had on there. Did you use local artists for that, or how'd you get the music, or did you just make your own music, or what was up with that?
Yeah, I'm a music producer too, so I produce all the music for the movie, and all I did was just tell the artist what I wanted for that particular song, and every song that was created was for each scene, for a different scene in the movie. So I produced every single song that was actually in the movie.
Okay,
but I like the night the club scene the most. Like that in the middle of the movie. I like man, it was cool.
The Bad Habits.
What's the name of because these are all local artists that you got to work on the movie?
Yeah, my cousin actually stays in Arizona for the part you was talking about. He was like the first rapper, and then the girls, they both stay in Arizona, so they flew down just to be, in the movie.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool. Yeah, I used to.
Yeah, Phoenix.
The rest of them was local artists.
Okay.
Do you got a list somewhere or a soundtrack or something? People could check that out, or how do
you know what? You get the Amazon. Go to Amazon. You get the soundtrack. Common Creed Epidemic soundtrack.
Oh, okay, cool. I got Amazon Music. We download that later. Good deal.
Oh, Joe, you got put the banner going across.
That's right. Yeah, let me do a banner real quick here.
Do the banner for the movie.
Where you can banner. Yeah, I got the book, the movie, and the soundtrack. So you get all three. So
nice.
I produced all of
what's the name of your production company, your entertainment company?
Tomahawk Entertainment Group.
And I'm pretty sure what was it? IMDB usually has like soundtrack listings too. If you're looking for an official song.
How did you get on IMDB, or how was that a process, or did you got like an actor's card now, or what's up with that? How's that work?
Well, it's just like anything else. You just type in, and then you just apply for like a movie or whatever you're trying to film or whatever you're trying to do. So if it's a TV show, you do the same thing. So if it's a short movie, you do the same thing. So you just go there and just sign up as a user and just enter your information.
Okay, and is there any kind of production standards they hold you to? Like you have to have a certain length of things, or you just sign up and do whatever?
Just sign up. It's that simple. You just sign up. I thought it was something technical too when I first started, but it's that simple.
I can see the grinding in your head, Joe. Man, he wants to be on IMDb now.
Me and Dennis are gonna film a freaking thing on his iPhone later in the parking lot. Me punching him. We're gonna get IMDb credits now.
we should do a short film. We could use some help with the producing and directing of that. For sure.
Good deal, man. Well, Jamal, it's nice having you out, man. Is there anything else you want to promote while you got you on here real quick or no?
Well, right now, just look out for tegmedia.org. Go there and you'll find out like everything that has to do with me and Tomahawk Entertainment Group, as far as all the charities that charity work that we did, all the movies, all the music, comedy shows, just entertainment period. So that's tegmedia.org.
tegmedia.org. All right, my friend. Well, it was nice having you on, and good luck in all your future endeavors. And if anything else you want to come on the show, definitely feel free to stop on out. We'll have you out, and we should have a regular studio up here in about another month once this whole fucking thing lifts. So definitely, man, hit us up.
All right, for sure.
All right, take it easy, Jamal.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, good deal, man.
Thank you.
Thanks for having Javon Bates on, man. It was pretty fun.
All these times, so I can ask questions too, Joe. Okay.
I know. I left time for you guys to ask questions. That was a good interview. I mean, come up with if you had questions, you guys had a chance to ask them.
I'm extremely jealous now. I wanted to ask him one question. Okay, I'm jealous.
What's it?
You wanted to ask about the songs, and I asked him.
All right.
Somebody. What happened to Donn?
Yeah, I'm surprised Donn dropped.
Donn punched out.
My connection kept going in and out. That's why I was a little quiet because I had a hard time understanding. But
it's no problem at all. It's no problem at all. But yeah, that's that website with what's up, man?
When are we gonna talk about the news?
We're getting to that. That's coming up next. Let me synopsize.
I gotta go to bed soon.
All right, well, let me synopsize what we just did, and then we'll get to the next. We got big fucking news coming up in about 30 seconds. As soon as I finish this summary of our last segment.
Right after the break.
Thanks for Javon coming out. Okay. Go to Amazon, type in Common Creed movie, and it'll pop up. And it's by Javon Bates. If you type in Javon Bates, Common Creed, it'll come up too. And give Donn a good review on IMDb for us. Tell me something.
Our very own Pacino.
All right, good deal. It's 10 o'clock. All right, now you guys, this is the the biggest news we've ever had in the history of this show. Okay. For those of you who followed us from the beginning, I think there's only one person who's listening, probably Tom's wife, who's followed us from the beginning. But for those of you who we had a really big running joke with William Hung going on at the beginning of the show. We always mention him every show, et cetera, et cetera. And the big news is I reached out to William Hung on Facebook. I swear to God, I cold messaged him on Facebook. Said, hey, man, can we get you on the podcast for your interview? And sure as fucking shit, he agreed. So next Friday, world premiere, we have the debut interview of the STD podcast interviewing the William Hung from American Idol. I swear to God.
Former American Idol contestant.
The guy who goes, she bang, that same fucking guy. 5.8 million views on YouTube is coming on our show.
Recording artist.
He has a book. He went to fucking Berkeley.
He's been on Howard Stern. He's been on Arrested Development. He's been on Jimmy Kimmel. He's a big pop culture icon.
He met the president.
He went to Berkeley.
I'm kidding. I don't know if he met the president. I don't know.
Yeah, Jason's in the house. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I'm not lying, my man. We got fucking William Hung to come on the show. We're gonna do a pre-recorded interview. He couldn't do it live because he's out on the West Coast and he probably doesn't stay up this late, to watch this bullshit. But we're gonna pre-record this.
It's earlier on the West Coast than on the East Coast.
Yeah, if it's 10 o'clock here, it's 7 there.
Did you show him a link to Did you give him a link to our show? Did you tell him how to find us so he can?
I did. I got the invite set up through Google Invites, and he was very technical. He's like, send me an email invite so I can put it on my calendar, and I did that. And he accepted that shit. And
did you show him Did you show him how to get to how to find us on YouTube so he can watch us and see?
Yeah, I linked him to the channel right below the thing, man.
All right,
he's watching it right now, Pat.
I hope so.
Here, I'll even show you the message so you guys don't think I'm bullshitting here. Hold on, let me get in the message.
Just don't show emails. Don't show email addresses.
I mean, his email address is on his fucking website, so it's not like a state secret or anything like that.
That's true. Then, yeah, it's not. He has a public facing.
Man, I'm excited. We're gonna do that at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 o'clock on Monday, Pat. So pencil that in, okay?
I usually work on Monday, and I happen to get it off. I'm so excited.
Why? There's literally nothing to do, man. There's nothing to do.
Awesome, man.
Because I usually work in the afternoon on Mondays, and I somehow got it off for some reason. Not that I'm complaining, because I get to be part of the interview now. But.
James says that we need to pitch and get a lamp of Pat, or Pat a lamp for his room. You need to.
All right, so
use that Corona cash there, Pat.
As you can see, here's Facebook Messenger. I wrote, hey, what's up, man? My name is Joe, and I'm a small YouTube show out of Ohio, blah, blah, blah. And then I wrote, would you like to be on a podcast? Your lamp. What's up with your lamp? Who cares? We're showing the message. Man.
He's got a lamp.
Woohoo! So I wrote, and he wrote, hey, and he responded back a couple hours later, hey, Joe, I cannot do pre-evenings for the most part, maybe pre-record the next week. And he wrote, but I need to ask, why do you think I'm a great fit for your show? And I wrote him some stuff. And how about next Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern? So this Monday, we are interviewing Mr. William fucking Hung from American fucking Idol. Like, it's pretty insane, man, when you think about it. I mean, Pat, why did Pat turn into a lamp?
He's been turned into a lamp.
That's cute. You've got a single light going on there.
I think I saw an episode of Bewitched like this. Some shit.
RJ had on this guy called the Unknown Comic. Was it the Unknown Comic or I can't remember the guy's fucking name. Unknown Comic. He was a guy from the 70s and 80s, but his wife got him to do one of those cameos. You always seen with Ric Flair advertised where you're like, "Woo, this is Ric Flair, happy birthday!"
Yeah. You pay like a sum of money, and you can get people pop in.
The Gong Show, the Unknown Comic.
Yeah, it was the Gong Show, and he did a bunch of stuff. He would just wear a bag over his head and stuff. He did. RJ linked it right there on his
Murray Langston.
Yeah, his real name. He's out of Canada.
You can do that. Like, you can pay, like, this. Even now, there's an app where you can book them, and they'll give a shout out to whatever you want. They'll say happy birthday, or
you mean like Fiverr?
Huh? No, it's called Cameo. You haven't seen that advertised on Facebook on your feed?
That's like Hugh Jackman's thing. Like, he's big on that.
Like, shout out to STD podcast.
Hey, this is Wolverine. Happy birthday!
Did you guys see what's his name from the Packers? The former Packers player. He did one for like a white supremacist group. He didn't know.
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre, yeah, Brett Favre.
That's great.
Really?
yeah. He had no idea it was like some white supremacist group, and it came out, and he was like, "Oops." You know, so I guess they probably look into him a little bit more now, who they're supporting.
Well, some of the cameo prices that I noticed, because I get a lot of these advertisements for some reason, is in my Facebook feed. But Ric Flair was one that's advertised on the most. He's $500 for a 1-minute birthday shout out. They had Gilbert Godfrey was $300 for a 1-minute birthday shout out.
And they had money in your account every day.
Every day. Think about that, dude. You do 5 fucking shout outs. Say it even takes you a half hour or whatever, because you got to formulate the stuff or whatever. Yeah, that's fucking $100-$1,500. That's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, I mean Gilbert Godfrey, he probably needs it, you know.
And then fucking they had Kyle Schwarber. They had, he was $200, but his went to charity or something. So, oh, by the way, if you're out there and you want the STD podcast to do a shout out for you, I will do that shit free 24 hours a day. Just give me a call, all right? Don't go through Cameo. Don't worry about
We're not gonna get Michael Jackson, okay? We're not gonna get him to do it.
Michael Jackson's giving a shout out there at Pat's house. What happened to the ground?
We're about to get
Hey, hold on for a sec. We're gonna show. We can actually show RJ's video here. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it up. And RJ's got it to me in Messenger, so let me bring it up. We're gonna show it. It's actually kind of cool. Hold on. I messaged too many people on Facebook, dude. I'm ridiculous.
Clearly.
Where's RJ? RJ Chavez. There we go. I think the J stands for Junior.
Did you just butcher the simplest last name? Did you just say Chavez? Butcher the simplest last name.
Chavez. Chavez. I thought Chavez. Isn't he French?
Chavez.
That's what where's that?
Taboo.
Oh yeah, if you're out there, you want us to ask a question from William Hung. I'm not going to embarrass him, but I'll ask him whatever you want.
Tom has to go potty.
Tom, you got to take a dump, Tom?
Tom's got poop problems again. He's got to go potty.
Nice bathroom you got.
Where was that? Right there.
Little known fact. I have
wash your nuts.
I went live on the show with you.
One of those very wealthy people who has his own hospital built into his mansion. You guys didn't know that, right? You guys know that Tom lives in a mansion in Avon Lake, right on the lake itself. It's the large mansions.
Man, we all know Tom doesn't fucking come to Avon Lake. To live in Avon Lake.
I have no reason to go there.
Right, he can't.
Why not? It's pretty. It's right on the lake. It's pretty. The lake's right there.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Yeah. It's nature. There's a lot of nature. There's a lot of nature there.
Nature?
Yeah.
What do you like, Tom? We want to know more about you.
About me?
What drives you? Yeah. What drives a Tom?
Money.
All right, we're gonna show RJ's birthday. This is RJ's birthday greeting his wife. This is kind of cool. Hold on.
What pretends Tom's an automobile?
Hi to RJ and happy birthday from his lovely wife Karen, who says she loves you from the bottom of her heart, which means there's still lots of room at the top for others. So you're 55. Well, remember, age is just a number. Yeah, but that's a little friggin' number, and that's why you got bags inside the bags under your eyes. It's not easy getting old. Just last week I had a facelift. Check it out. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, it's not easy getting old, is it, RJ? You know you're getting old when your wife says, honey, come upstairs and make love, and you say, come on, you know I can't do both. You know you're getting old. I ask you if you wear boxers or briefs, and you say, depends. Yeah, you know you're getting old when your wife starts giving you a Viagra. Yeah, not for sex, but to keep you from rolling out of bed. Anyway, stay happy on your birthday, RJ, and remember, he who laughed last didn't hear the joke first. But most importantly, remember, never make love on a railroad track, because the train might come before you do. Happy birthday.
Worth every penny that you. Is this guy? Is he on TV shows or something?
He was a comic.
He was on the Gong. He was on the Gong Show. The Gong Show, Hollywood Squares, one of those cheesy '70s game shows where they had the cheesiest comics and actors come on and say outrageous one-liners, and the spinning bow ties and props and shit. He's part of that.
Yeah, the Gong Show was kind of like America's Got Talent back in the day. basically that you would do whatever. You know, there was this guy who was in the Crips. Was it the Crips, Dennis, or the Bloods? That really busticle guy. You remember him? OG Bobby Johnson? The Crips?
No.
Anyways, look him up. But he was on the Gong Show, and he was basically you would do whatever, and if they liked what you did, they would cheer you. But if they didn't like what you're doing, they would just hit this giant gong, and you go, then you'd be kicked off the show. That was the whole purpose of it. You guys want me to do the gong again? Okay.
No, we never asked.
Oh, one more time? Okay. That's how the gong sounds like in the gong.
Put your hands closer and make a movement with your tongue.
Towards my neck and lean forward.
Inside your lip. Your cheek.
Goddamn with my hands, my nuts.
Not in Pat's house, right there.
All right, so we.
Fuck you. That's Don's basement.
That's where Don's at in the corner on the side over there.
Oh no, Tom's in Don's basement. Call 911.
Where's the title?
Call Captain in Don's basement.
We're sharing the one light.
We got one light bulb hanging by a fucking single strand. Or Don's batting it in the
light bulb.
Like moths to a flame.
RJ says the Unknown Comic was on Sonny and Cher's show as that's hard to say. Sonny and Cher. Yeah. Sonny and Cher.
Jesus Christ, man! You can't talk to me.
That's a hard way. You try saying
Sonny. You can't say Chavez. You can't say Sonny and Cher.
You can't say it either. You said Sonny and Cher.
It's not like you're saying onomatopoeia or super califragilisticexpialidocious.
You can't say it either, there, Pat Booger.
I just said it.
Why did somebody give an angry face reaction to our show? If you're out there and you give an angry face to reaction to my show, I asked. All right. Right? Like, what the fuck would anger this show? Like, I don't make no money off of this. You know what I mean? Why would you anger face the show? I don't like that.
What are you talking about?
Who are you talking about?
No, somebody anger. You know how you can react to the show on Facebook? Somebody anger face the show.
Oh, an angry emoji?
Yeah, why would they do that? I'm going to see who did that. That's not nice.
Maybe you pissed someone off, though. Did you think that might be a possibility?
I didn't piss nobody off with this. Let's see.
It's probably RJ because you butchered his last name.
They might have changed it to a wow. I don't see the anger face on the Facebook. On the Facebook feed, it's not there. It's a wow.
It was a mistake.
Upset literally over nothing. Okay.
Well, I don't want people to be mad at us for no reason. That's not nice.
I forgot to put the Facebook on too. I didn't realize RJ was typing there.
All right. So now we got we got some stimulus checks we're going to talk about here. Now, did everybody on the show get their stimulus checks? Yes or no?
Oh, yeah.
I did not get my stimulus.
Not yet. I didn't get mine yet.
Pat, you didn't get yours yet? No way.
No.
All right, so we have to figure out what the common denominator is on why me and Tom got the checks and you guys didn't.
I know why I did not get mine.
Are they going on girth? Are they going on height? What are they going on?
They're going, the people with the biggest dicks, they get their checks last.
No, girth goes first. So, like, whoever got their checks first is the biggest round. Whoever gets their checks last is going that way. So, the last two people, these two guys, they might get, these two guys, they might get their checks, sometime in August of 2039. So, your grandkids are going to get some interest on the checks.
Your left is your right. You screwed it up.
Wait. How did I know?
Yeah, that's you and me. Yeah, that's them.
There we go. This way.
Yeah.
It's confusing. It's backwards. I don't see backwards. Why is RJ's thing still up there? Well, I guess we can keep it. It don't matter. What else? Oh yeah. So we got the stimulus checks. Now, for those of you who don't know, if you're watching from a different country, you've been under a rock for the past month and a half. The Congress and the Trump authorized $1,200 per person above 18 and $500 per kid. So you could do simple math. You could do simple math and figure out how much me and Tom got, and that's a nice chunk of money. But,
hey, real quick, I'm gonna bounce because I gotta wake up early and it's getting late. So peace out.
What time's early?
He actually does have work at 5. So
I wake up. I work at 5, 6. I don't know. I gotta wake up early.
You should probably remember what time to set your alarm for.
Yeah, I probably should check my schedule real quick, and that'd probably be helpful to know what time.
If not, you'll get fired and you'll get fucking unemployment. So there's that too. So
who said I was gonna get fired?
But if you do, you'll get unemployment. So I mean,
I never said I was gonna get fired.
No, he was saying if you don't show up, you're gonna might get fired.
I never said I wasn't going to show up.
It's a joke, Pat. You know what that is?
Yeah.
I don't get it. No.
He was just joking with you. Just joshing you.
He's like, you are 100% serious about this.
Where's that come from, Josh? And where's that come from? Always like me. Where's Josh come from? What about Chris and George? I'm just Georging you.
All right, Pat. Well, we'll see you later, buddy. You enjoy your nap there and serving the public. Okay.
All right.
Right.
Bye, everybody.
Right.
It's easy when he has to turn off the lights in the house because he just turns off the light.
Right. Pat's like, all right, we're shut off the lights in the house.
Yeah, what is he like?
Can you set up for the single bulb hanging from the ceiling? Does that work like that?
I'm gonna turn off all the lights in the house, Donn, before he finishes the statement.
No, he had to. Did anyone have that? He had the clapper, but he had to stop using it because he masturbates too loud, and the lights kept turning on and off.
It was like a techno party.
Well, if you got the clapper and the girl you're banging's got a fat ass, that fucking light's gonna go on, off for like an hour, dude. Depending how until you pop. It's gonna be like a fucking strobe light show, dude.
Thank God we have Alexa now, who will not only turn your lights off, but can also listen in while you have sex.
An hour. And it's an hour. I mean, it's just like this is how like people are like, well, I'm 8 inches. That's an hour. All right. So with the stimulus, this is going to be kind of a silly segment because we don't got the guys who are the worst with money on this show right now. But we got everybody got their stimulus check. I think RJ got his. He spent his on fine wine, from what I was told. But you have to spend this check, obviously. So I know Dennis. I know the answer to some of these questions because I already know what Dennis spends his money on. But what are you guys going to get?
What I spend my money on?
No idea. I actually just you guys saw I bought 2 new things for the podcast. I got a new camera, which was frustrating to buy because they're all sold out everywhere, like the webcams. So basically, if you try searching for any, they're all sold out until July, like every website, and you can't buy them at a store anywhere. And then so I ordered one. The expected shipping date's like July 9th, and that's with like Express. And then I bought a new microphone. Give myself an actual like nice Blue Yeti mic.
I almost bought the Blue Yeti when I was buying stuff for the garage, but then people recommended the directional mics, the ones straight ahead. So we'll see how that pops.
For the Blue Yetis, they're nice because you can change it from directional to stereo, so you get stereo effect, or interview, which is the front and the back can be on, or omnidirectional, which will pick up anything in the room.
Okay, yeah, because the Omni can. When I was studying the mics, I didn't want to get the Omni too much at first because I didn't want somebody in the corner going "Hachoo," and then in the podcast, Pat's talking like, "Hey, I'm watching this movie," and someone's like "Hachoo," and it's in the fucking background, so it minimizes the noise. You know what I mean?
See if I'm gonna try sharing for the first time. Let's see here. Share this screen, right? Okay. See if that'll work.
It should work. I might have to add it. I might have to add it to the chat here. Hold on.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, so right there. So you can do the cardioid, which is normal talking into it, and then stereo mode, or omnidirectional, which is which way, and then bidirectional for the interview.
Okay. Oh, so that's bidirectional. You can just have 2 people and then chat fucking, either way.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. Yes, I'm probably going to end up getting the.
I had no idea you were bidirectional.
It's by something. It sure as fuck ain't directional, but bicycle. But every person can ride a bicycle. It's not just for bicycle people, by the way. But yeah, I'm gonna redo the studio. I am a brick wall. I got the this blue screen thing on. So like,
it's ridiculous.
It is cool, man. It looks cool, but you can change it. Look, hey, you want to see something awesome, RJ? Check this out. I can turn into somebody else. Check this out. I can turn into Marion Motley too. Watch it. Look, there's Marion Motley running around back in the day. But the screen's fun when you're like when you have the mentality of a fucking 4-year-old in front of the computer.
So is that what did you spend? What did you spend your stimulus check on?
I am. Well, I'm gonna we're fixing up the bathroom. We're gonna fix up the garage. But for the garage, I'm gonna get me. You're gonna get the podcast, a new computer, obviously.
Are you hiring this done, or are you doing it yourself?
No, I'm gonna have people over and do it, and have me do it too. I mean, it's I'm not paying somebody like $1,000 just come in and hey, do this. I'm gonna have buddies, guys like Tom and similar, to
Tom, you do construction, or you're handy?
I redid my bathroom, my downstairs. I tore it down to the studs, put new flooring in, new drywall.
We did that. I hated it. We did it with my when I was married with my ex, but I didn't really know much of what I was doing. But her brothers, they all work in the trade, so I just stood there and they yelled at me like, fucking do this, piece of shit. You don't know anything about construction? I was like, no, man. No, so it was always a point of contention that I'm not very good with my hands when it comes to construction type stuff like that. I don't know. I always lived in rentals growing up too, so we never really had to worry about that. So
I'm okay with it. I just have really bad luck with stuff. If a screw is gonna strip, it's gonna strip. If there's a chance of it dropping down, like something dropping down a drain, it's gonna happen. Like I have real bad luck with just the things of chance with working on construction, where if an accident's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen.
I can work on a car, but I've done basic shit like that. Plays my alternator, brakes and all that stuff. But nowadays I don't have a car anymore. So
well, I mean, I've done that too. I mean, I could change the oil. I mean, I can do that, but everything's covered by warranty nowadays. And even if it wasn't,
no, yeah, you never really have to touch your car anymore yourself.
Right? It's like, am I going to spend fucking half a day changing some oil for no reason? It
costs more than if you go to the Valvoline or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's so good. It's not worth my time to do it myself now. It's just so much easier to pay someone else to do it.
Right. I'm like that with the lawn. I know people are like, oh, why the lawn? But I mean, for the lawn, I don't have to maintain a lawnmower. I don't have to maintain a weed whacker. I don't have to fucking get gasoline. I have to fucking take used oil to the goddamn used oil recycle center. I don't have to balance the fucking blade on the lawnmower. I don't have to waste 3 hours a week.
When I had a car that used oil, I lived in Detroit. We would just let it drain into this is horrible. This is absolutely terrible. They could just drain it into the.
Is that why Flint's water is so bad?
Yeah.
Is everyone from Detroit draining their oil into the sewer?
I would never do. I didn't know any better then. I would never do that again as an adult. But it's terrible.
Yeah, RJ's talking about Vegas. I do want to go to Vegas too, and that was on the world tour this year until the pandemic struck. But you never know. We may be able to get to Vegas.
It sounds like Joe is actively partaking in the pandemic right now. He's like,
you check the room for mayor. That'd be cool.
Hey, RJ asked if you're gonna get heat in the garage. You need to finish the garage, put insulation in, put a new floor in, put some drywall up.
That's the plan. I mean, that's honestly what the plan is for the garage.
I'm against any of that. I say we pool our money and we buy a tiny house. Just put that in the back and fucking broadcast from there.
Well, I bet you that I heard somebody's back. Honky Kong. Is that Donn? Yeah, okay. Well, welcome back, you fucking non-talking motherfucker. What happened, buddy? You missed the whole interview with your mom. Can you hear us now? Hey, Don Skeezy, can you hear us, buddy? I don't think that motherfucker can hear us.
What?
Oh, I didn't know if you could hear us, buddy.
I'm getting like 1 frame per second.
I'm not hearing a word anybody says, man. That's the problem. That's why I fucking signed off. I can hear you. But then when everybody starts talking, the shit gets like really chirpy and fucking broke up.
It's because you need to upgrade your dial-up modem.
Yeah,
I hear you fine.
The connection speed is too low on your end, is what it is.
I can hear you, yes.
What?
Right, yeah.
There's a delay.
Yeah, it's very chirpy and very chippy. I don't know. It must be the weather, man.
Or it's your shitty internet, like you said. But so Don, you're very basic. What are you going to spend this $1,250 on?
Can you stop being mean to Don all the time, Joe? Please.
No,
I don't hear shit.
Mean comics have to be made fun of.
I'm not on dial-up. I'm on my fucking phone's 4G.
You're turning me like a bully, Joe. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't like bullies. When I meet bullies, I push them in the mouth.
When you meet bullies,
and I'm to that point of drunk where I actually thought the dog fucking scratching was someone knocking at my door again.
When you meet bullies, you fillet them. All right. So Don, what are you gonna buy with your stimulus check, buddy? Can't even hear us. It's like talking to a fucking funeral.
He's gonna buy a new phone.
Well,
So how did the interview go?
It went pretty good. I thought it went all right. I mean, if you would have been there, if you would have paid your money for your internet, we'd have been there.
Everyone got to see your part in the movie, though. We played it. So, yep.
Yeah, so that went pretty good. Javon seems like a nice guy. You're gonna get some. We're probably gonna check out that soundtrack later and see what's up with the music and all that.
Yeah.
But so is he gone again?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. You know what, Don? Just come back when you fucking get a real phone and internet, man. I'm done with this bullshit. Right. So, all right. So we got some Browns talk here. I don't know how much you guys are into sports talk, but the new Browns uniforms came out last week, and I'll tell you what, they were about as innovation changing as fucking.
You know what?
The same thing. Like they weren't going to change.
You know what I noticed about the new Browns uniforms? That they look a lot like the old Browns uniforms. So
literally the exact same thing. There are two things they did. They removed the part to say Browns up here from the really little, and they rounded off the edges of the numbers very slightly. That's all they did.
What would be fucking cool is that they debuted a new one and it had like Chief Wahoo on it or some shit. And you were like, what the fuck?
Right, he's trying Chief Wahoo on the front with the machine gun. Here's what I would make the Browns logo. Here's what I would make the Browns.
Start putting some poop emojis on it.
Well, right, equal the play. Put a little poop emoji on there for every game they lose.
Eggplant, put eggplant and poop emoji. That means anal sex in emoji speak.
For every time we lose, we put a fucking poop emoji on there. For every interception, we put a fucking eggplant emoji on there.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have a whole bunch of eggplant emojis then.
All right, welcome back, Dan. We're talking Brown stuff now, but we were talking about for the Browns. They got new uniforms, and they are. I mean, they're pretty plain, man. They didn't even come out with a good color rush, man. The color rush was the same one they had last year, which the color rush, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about here, the NFL for Thursday night games authorized a single color uniforms. Like for the Raiders or the Ravens, for example, they got purple and their whole uniform's purple. Oh, there's no stripes or anything, just purple and then a fucking gold number on there. The first 2 years they came out with the color rush, the Browns didn't get to wear those. And every other team in the league did because, the Browns were too shitty to be on prime time. So by the time the Browns got to wear it for the first time, it was Baker's rookie year, 2018, and they became extremely popular because people liked them because they were different. So in 2019, they made them the regular uniform, and, obviously we saw what happened last year. And so they assumed that we all wanted this uniform. We did like the color rush for sure, but we wanted the color rush because the other 4 uniforms were so bad. We didn't necessarily keep the color rush. They could have came up with a new color rush that all orange with the brown numbers would have fucking popped. But whatever. I mean, I'm
so bright. Yeah.
They took the safest route. This is the getting back with the ex-wife version of the Browns uniform right here. Like, there's nothing, ground changing here or anything like that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Tom's got it right there. It's new Browns uniforms. To the far left is the away uniform, I would imagine. Then the home. I don't like the brown pants one. The third to the right. It's kind of silly. And then to the color
How the
rush.
fuck do you not have an orange fucking uniform though, or an orange jersey? Like that's the best jersey you have. You take that bitch completely away, and you want to fucking give us the shit brown bullshit every fucking year. Like what the fuck?
It's really hard with the Browns.
I mean, who loves the color brown? I mean, not a lot of people, but
nobody. That's who. No fucking body.
I was just gonna say that with with that color scheme, brown and orange, there's only really so much you can do. What I wish they would have done, maybe add a fourth color in there, like a gunmetal gray or I don't even know, a fucking teal or a fucking fuchsia, something, man, because it's so just blah. It's the same thing over and over. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna buy new uniforms when I already got those fucking jerseys in my closet. Yeah, I probably will, but that's what I was gonna talk about earlier. You guys were talking about the delayed shipping time. You talk about how it took you forever. Dude, I ordered a lot of these jerseys from China, and during the shutdown, I've gotten a lot more free time, so I'm been getting on there and ordering a bunch of jerseys, and they haven't been coming, man. I got like fucking 10 jerseys that still haven't come from China yet, and they're all gonna come in the same day.
You're fucking
FedExing. Get the China air out of it.
Right, you're FedExing yourself coronavirus. You're gonna get the most potent strain. You're gonna get something COVID-20.
Good. Joe's gonna get what is it? Patient 0 corona.
I wasn't able to.
Enjoy your life, fucking iron lung, Joe. You're gonna have an iron lung.
If you're gonna get the virus, you might as well get it right from the source and just fucking right to your lungs to the dome, man.
He's gonna have the non-GMO organic coronavirus.
I have the vegan organic coronavirus, sir. I don't have that bullshit you guys got. You guys don't know anything about the coronavirus I have.
Remember, also not a bad time to remind everyone, the STD podcast is 100% vegan free podcast.
That's true. We tried going vegan for like 10 minutes, and then we realized that the weed we were smoking wasn't vegan. So fuck it, we're out.
It doesn't work.
But also with the Browns too, we haven't had the schedule release. But I think this time last year we already had the schedule come out. Obviously, because of the situation, they haven't come out with it yet. But let's talk about what you think the schedule is going to happen this year. What do you think we're actually going to do? You guys think they're going to start out with, no fans in the stadiums? You guys think you're going to go to a short schedule? What were you guys' predictions?
Do you think they're gonna like cut players' pay, or do you think they're gonna jack up the ticket prices?
They're all in contract. The NFL Players Association is a union,
right. And some of those contracts are like for like 2 years, 1 year up. Your contract ended, got to re-sign up. Now you're getting $100,000 a year.
That's why I think on some.
Well, no, you can't. I mean, that's below the league minimum. But yeah, I see what you're saying. But I don't think so.
That's why I think they'll have some kind of league this year, just for the simple fact that there's too much money to throw away on these. They're not gonna we're not gonna waste a whole year of Baker or a whole year of Myles Garrett. They're not gonna go for that. It's not gonna happen with all that. All that money they put out. They'll find a way to play this year.
What's gonna happen is every game is gonna have Super Bowl priced commercials for every game to make up the cost.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, if we truly are captured like this, if we are in phase 2 or phase 1, we're still working home and still stay at home orders. They do find a way to do NFL games, like they say they isolate people on an island for a week or whatever. That's going to get fucking record ratings. I mean, you're going to be right.
They're not going to be able to make money from ticket sales, beer sales in the stadium, all that random stuff. They're only going to make it from advertising from the games. So they're going to have to jack up the prices to advertise.
And in the end, all these owners are billionaires. And I mean, during this crisis time, they should really step the fuck up and pay everybody's salary under the organization while they're figuring this shit out.
The NFL has no money.
Every single game is going to be a pay-per-view game.
I don't think they. I mean, they still wouldn't get the viewership. Pay-per-view, a good pay-per-view rake-in is what, like a couple million people.
Yeah.
Well, for a fight, but I mean, for the average
NFL
game is going to have 25 million viewers.
Right, you want to watch it. You want to watch the Browns game. Well, you can't go to the bar, but you could pay $100 per household to watch it.
Shit, I'd pay $100 to watch that shit if that's the only way to do it. Fuck yeah, 100 is probably my limit. I'm not gonna pay more than that, but
college football, I would not the Browns, but
yeah, that's a good question.
You're talking $100 a game.
Yeah, if you want to watch a Browns game at home, you can't go to a bar to go do it because they're still closed. So you're gonna have to pay some big bucks at home to do pay-per-view Browns home opener.
They'll find a way. At the end of the day, I mean, think about that. Commercials. At the end of the day, the NFL makes so much money. They've made so much profit over the last, however many years the NFL has been around, man. I mean, they should have cash reserves to weather this kind of storm.
Oh, they will. I mean, they'll find a way to do the whole. Honestly, I think they'll do the whole schedule unabated. I think they will figure out this whole. The thing you guys, or the things that a lot of people don't, Trump and all the freedom people, the libertarian, those guys, they're just going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And there's going to be a group of idiots over the summer that, the sacrificial lamb people, they'll be the examples, and they'll have the shit figured out by August. We'll be playing football.
We don't know. Because what if, it's, God forbid, there's another strike or spike in the number of people who get the virus during the summer. Then the season's in jeopardy again, maybe totally in jeopardy. So
that's kind of with the 1918 flu, where it came out in the spring, it died out over the summer, and then in the fall it came back with a vengeance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, they said the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic made about three waves around the world before it finally burned out. So.
Well, back then they weren't, they were probably doing stuff like, turning clothing into masks and stuff like that. We wouldn't be doing shit like that now. We got advances in fucking medicine. I mean, back then they wouldn't have, you would think they would probably store bodies in coolers outside the ER, and nurses sometimes would run out of supplies and stuff like that, but not today. I mean, we have great advances in healthcare the past 102 years. You think? Oh, and wait a minute, we don't. That's right. Oh, fuck, that sucks for everybody who's getting that virus.
Humanity, there's still quite a few things humanity has not conquered. I don't know if we'll ever conquer, like I said, pathogens and and viruses that could cause a pandemic. So,
well, if you think about the fact that we're still doing shit that 102 years ago we were still doing, is completely beyond comparison and pale and how fucked up that is. I mean, there's a mask shortage. There's no reason for a mask shortage in the United States.
At the same time, it's happening less often too. I mean, and we can deal with it. I mean, we had a lot of other pandemics, or basically endemic diseases. H1N1 and SARS.
SARS is pretty fucked up in Asia, man. They killed a lot of people, dude. People don't remember SARS back, 03, 04, whatever the fuck that was. That was killing. That was ravaged through that shit, dude. That shit killed Asia.
But it didn't make it out of Asia that time. This time it did, man. So.
Yeah, fucking planes, man. That shit gets on planes, dude. It goes.
I don't like getting on
planes. Oh, yeah, because they didn't have planes in 2003 and 2004, Joe. Those are a new fucking invention, right?
Not that went that far, dude. Not that went that far. The laws, they changed, man. They changed. You know that. If you read some books, you know that, dude.
See, I have every bit of faith that, we'll get through it. Not everybody will, though.
I mean, we'll get through it, just not all of us.
If you look at the raw, nobody's going to tell you this except the STD podcast. We tell the truth here. If you look at the raw numbers of the people dying from the coronavirus, you cannot tell me with certainty that those people, one, wouldn't have died anyways, and two, actually died of the coronavirus. Most of those people had other diseases too, and most of those people are elderly or obese or in the major risk groups. The average age of people dying, not the median age of people who have the disease, which is what the media wants to hear. The average age of people dying is like 80, 85, 90 year old.
They are, but if we had to say it this way, if it were not for the coronavirus, they would not be dead. Okay, whether it was their immediate cause of death or it was underlying or aggravating, the coronavirus had something to do with it. So I don't know about that, but.
Potentially, but not. We can't say with certainty that all those people would have still lived through anything. I mean, if somebody's just going to die from random.
I mean, there are no statistical certainty in life, period. But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but people who would have died anyway is probably a small.
Yeah, they wouldn't be like emptying out nursing homes and
right. We're not talking about
body bags, clearing them out.
Yeah.
And after a while, too, mental health concerns take into effect. I mean, if 50 old people are dying in Ohio every month from fucking corona disease, is that really worth fucking keeping every single bar closed, every single restaurant closed, every single barber shop closed, every single fucking, whatever? It's ridiculous.
Oh, wait. This is like, this is like if 3,000 people get killed by an airplane flying into a building, and then is that worth fighting a war for 20 years? I don't know.
People die of a car accident every day. You still got cars.
No one said anything when we spent.
But Joe, it's not just the people that are dying; it's the people that are getting hospitalized too. If you get put on a ventilator, they put you to sleep the entire time. So when they say you're going on a ventilator, you may never wake up again.
Exactly.
Like you're gonna wake up maybe 5-10 days, maybe. Otherwise, you just won't wake up.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put you to sleep. There's a good chance you may not ever wake up.
Obviously, I'm going through this with my mom right now, so because it keeps going back and forth. Like they thought they were going to move her to the ICU and put her in a vent, and now they're saying they're not because her oxygen's getting better. But it's crazy, man. And nobody can go see her. I mean, it's a shitty situation, because they feel bad for your loved one too. They can't, they have to be by themselves the whole time. So.
I mean, if you think about the ultimate effect of the people who do get it and they have to be isolated and then they die in total isolation, don't you get to say goodbye to loved ones or touch them goodbye in the past couple? That is kind of fucked up. I will say that.
I think it's an undignified way to die, man.
Well, there's a lot of stories going on in New York where people are dropping off their loved ones at the hospital, and that's the last time they'll ever see them. Because they go in, they get hospitalized, they get on a ventilator, they pass away, they're alone the entire time, and then it's a closed casket funeral from their car.
Yeah, I mean, I last saw my mother. I was in Mexico, and then I was in Colombia, and I came back. So I haven't seen my mother in 4 or 5 months. So that could, potentially be the last time I see her. It was 5 months ago. So,
damn.
All right. Well, we got a text I got. It says we're supposed to give a shout out to Boxer Ray. I think it's Ray Ruiz. I remember him from back in the day. He's a really big Browns fan. Ray wants everybody to know Boxer Ray loves the Browns. Everybody knows that. I want the world to know that everybody knows that Boxer Ray loves the Browns. That was a quick shout out we had in the text.
Boxer Ray should come on the podcast.
He's allowed to. But Ray, if you're out there, buddy, you want to listen, send me a message, man. I'll link you up. Okay, so now for those of you who don't know about what there's a Jordan documentary coming out, and it was supposed to.
Jordan.
I know you don't like everything. Whoopity doo. That's a shock. It was supposed to be released in July.
I do like some shit, man. Y'all don't understand that.
You like
there are some things that I actually like.
Newport Reds and Chavez fucking Regal. That's all you like.
This
was supposed to be released
in.
You like Newport Reds and Chavez Regal, you fucking basic bitch. This was supposed to be released in July of 2020. Now, this is a documentary of the 98 Bulls. What happened was they filmed the 98 Bulls, the whole season from start to finish. Jordan's last year in Chicago before he retired for the second time, before he ended up going to the Wizards. But it's a 6-part series, and it starts this Sunday on ESPN. I'm pulling up the trailer here so we can take a look at it. I'm really stoked for this because it just looks really fun. And if you got Jordans out there, like Jordan shoes, and you're a sneakerhead, I would stock up on the Jordans from that era because they are about to pop.
And fuck sneakerheads too.
They're always in rotation now, though. I mean, it used to be hard to find a patent. I've always wanted those when I was a kid. I've never owned a pair of Jordans myself, but
Donn's a sandal head.
I have
he loves
never
the sandals and his flip flops.
I have never bought one pair of Jordan clothing either myself, and that's just because just because I don't like Jordan because of the problems and stuff.
I'm not a Michael Jordan fan either, so it's like whatever,
All right, here we go. Wait. Let me find let's see. Truth about
all right, well, before he gets into Donn, we asked you before, but you cut out. What are you gonna spend your stimulus money on?
I have no plans, man. I gotta make sure I get that bitch first.
Yeah, it's honestly not a bad way to look at it. You got to get the money before you spend it. I mean, I can see that. All right, here we go. We got the
probably just fucking put money aside for bills. I don't give a fuck. I don't buy shit. Why you even got this motherfucker on my screen, dude? Fuck this dude. And his little fucking sissy ass shoes. And his daddy that was a gambling addict.
All right, can we hear the fucking Donn will be muted for the presentation.
No, Michael Jordan's father died a horrible death. Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's check out.
His father, at least.
Courtesy of ESPN.
You guys not allowed. No, I'm just kidding.
What time is it?
My mentality was to go out and win at any cost.
Jordan is the most talented.
So he had the flu?
By far.
Jack, Michael.
The show of the 90s, the team of the 90s.
They're not even good basketball shoes. No basketball shoes look like that now.
You created an image that people want to live up to. I think that's all you can hope for.
Rodman, Steve Kerr. 10-part documentary event begins Saturday, April 19th. So I'm kind of really stoked for that, man. If you remember for those of you who don't remember, if you guys are kind of young for that era, but God damn it. That trailer was courtesy of ESPN, by the way. I don't know if we're allowed to show that, but I just do whatever on the show. Let me unmute Donn's mic. Sorry about that, Donn. You just didn't stop talking during the.
Fuck Jordan. No, you know what? Fuck Jordan. Fuck the Bulls. Fuck those little gay ass shoes.
All right. Continue.
Like seriously, why did you even put that on this podcast? Fuck that dude, and fuck Nike too.
All right, I mean, we're not going to disagree with that, but for those of you who don't remember back in the 90s, everybody was pretty much had at least a pair of Jordans or like a Bulls coat or a Bulls t-shirt or something. It was pretty much inescapable.
I had none of
You
those.
didn't have a Bulls hat or something? A Bulls something?
We can never afford those. You know, when I was a kid. So
and fuck Craig Elo for not blocking that shot too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Michael Jordan to Craig Elo. I mean, if you play, you put Michael Jordan to Craig Elo 1-on-1, 99 or 100 times out of 100, I think Jordan wins about 98 of them fucking games.
and a half.
I get that. I get it. But it still resonates with me a little bit of fucking hatred. That's all. I mean, hands down, Jordan is the best basketball player of all time.
Right,
Pretty
right.
much.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I can say that too. And we were discussing this in another
game. Yeah.
We were discussing this in a group the other day. But I mean, if you take away Ray Allen and Kyrie's, miracle last second shots, LeBron's only championship was in a fucking strike shortened season where nobody was really anything. He only has one title.
Oh God, that's such bullshit, man. Come on. That's a ridiculous statement. LeBron James is a superpower. He automatically changes the balance of power on any team he joins. It doesn't matter.
He doesn't have that killer instinct though. When it's a moment of truth, he hesitates. He doesn't pull the trigger.
He doesn't have Kobe's mentality.
Oh no! If you took Kobe's killer instinct and gave it to LeBron, that's the best player in NBA history.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to get Ray on the show here. I sent him the link to the thing here. I'm gonna see if we get a pop up. But yeah, so that trailer you just saw was obviously courtesy of ESPN. That debuts on Sunday, but I think it's every Sunday night for I think they're doing it in 6 weeks instead of 10. That's another reason why I think the shutdown's going to be ending probably around the end of the shutdown to where we can just leave probably the end of May, because that's when that fucking documentary ends, and they know before we know. You know what I mean? They always do. All right, hope we got Ray. I think Ray's joining us here. Stand by. We got Ray Ruiz is coming on. Hey, what's up, my fan? Ray Ruiz is joining the show. Ray, if you guys don't know, is a very big Browns fan. What's going on? Dog for life. What's up, buddy? Listen to the radio, not your phone, caller. Can you hear us?
What's going
up,
on,
buddy?
guys?
What's up?
Doing, man? What's up with you, Ray? You at Bob's house?
Yeah, you know it.
Awesome. Oh shit, he's got the blizz going on. I like it. One time, I'm gonna tell you a story about me, Ray, and Bob. We was at Bob's house. We was all, it was new. We was going there for a lunch toke, and we smoked it up. Okay, it was me, him, and Bob. And after we got nice and blazed, it was a good half-hour blunt sesh. We went to this place called I think it was $2 in Parma, and we walked into the restaurant. It was me, Bob, and Ray, and the waitress was like, "You guys smell like weed." I was like, "And it's not illegal." I mean, if we had, some ass funk going on or something, I could see it. But we were smelling like weed, and weed smells good. If you don't like the smell of weed, you're a fucking asshole. You really are. It's a good smell. Would you agree, Ray? Good smell?
I mean,
what was he gonna say?
I said weed is a good smell. Would you agree? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, of course. It's the best potpourri.
Fuck yeah, man! All these people spend all this money on potpourri. Save your money, dude. Just smoke weed all day. It smells way better. You're gonna get way better looking people over your house too. Would you agree?
I haven't seen anyone use potpourri in years. Personally, do you have some time in your mansion, your palatial mansion over there?
Yeah, so some over by the piano.
Check the piano, dude. You might have some over there.
Yeah, it's on the Davenport by the entryway.
RJ wrote, "Did you see North Olmsted soccer coach got 4 years for sex with a 14-year-old boy?" I remember that story. I didn't see. Oh shit, is that Bob? Oh my man, he doesn't want to be on. He doesn't want to be on camera, so he puts on the mask. He's the masked singer. Bob's the gorilla. What's that right there, Ray? What you looking at?
That is my champion.
Oh, the boxer.
Yes.
That's Ray has met. Oh, Ray, let's talk about. Ray is actually a boxer. He's a famous boxer, I think. What did they call you, Razor Ray, or what was your nickname, Ray?
No, it was Rockin' Ray Ruiz.
Rockin' Ray Ruiz. Now, you've met some of these famous people. I saw that picture of you and Money Mayweather. Who else did you meet?
I was all the world champs. Actually, I was on 84 Olympics with Meldrick Taylor, Sweet Pea Whitaker, and Evander Holyfield and Mark Brillin. But
84. Where's that? LA?
Yeah.
It was in LA and in Nova Scotia.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Did you ever meet?
I ended up getting disqualified against China for headbutting.
Ooh, headbutt. Did you? You should have bit his ear off like Tyson did.
You've been famous.
Yeah, well, no, it's when you fight a Chinese guy. I weighed 154, so you imagine his height. You imagine, how he looked.
You're striking down instead of striking up. Yeah, you can't. That's why when Dennis fights me, it's so hard for me to hit because he's so little, dude. It's like, my back is like, I'm like,
right. When you go down, you hit, forehead with forehead all the time.
Right, you got a headbutt. They need to bring back the headbutt in boxing. I think it's headbutting and fists need to be allowed.
No, no
like
way.
They have kickboxing, right? They should have headbutt boxing. Only
keep that with the MMA. Let them niggas do that shit.
No, but think about it. You put on a helmet and you have fists. You just headbutt all the time. I watched that. Wouldn't you watch that shit, Dennis?
No.
Headbutt boxing?
No, see, there's an art. Boxing's the art. You know what I'm saying? If it was just like that you could just go and just fight anybody and stuff like that. No, but it's
that's UFC.
Art.
It's a different sport.
It's hitting and not getting hit.
Oh, for sure. Who's your favorite boxer? What do you think of the boxing state today, Ray? I know boxing's been all over the place recently. Who's your favorite boxers out there now that are out there coming up and all that?
Terrence Crawford, number 1 on my list. Pound for pound. If you're gonna bet, you better bet on Crawford.
What weight class? Say what weight class some of these guys are if we haven't heard of them.
He's welterweight, 147.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Same. It's okay.
Yeah. What about what heavyweights do you like out there?
Heavyweights. There's one in particular coming up right now, but right now Tyson Fury's in control.
Right.
Tyson Fury's a bad motherfucker. I like Tyson Fury a lot because he came up. I like the guys who came up out of nowhere.
Well, everybody thought that Deontay Wilder was going to win, but Deontay Wilder doesn't even know how to box. He's a fighter, and that's the difference. Because Tyson Fury's a boxer, and what he did, he took him to school, and then he knocked him out.
They're gonna have a rematch on that Tyson Fury fight, no?
Yeah, July 18th, and we're supposed to be fighting on the undercard.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be in Vegas? Where is it at?
Yeah, in Vegas at the MGM. My fighter, he's the co-main event.
Nice. Now, do you work with you know who Scott Neal is, right? Do you work with him?
Yeah, I work with Scott Neal. Not in the boxing world, but more on the clothing side of things.
Yeah, it's True Assassin clothing. He's got some pretty cool looking clothes. I've seen this shit before. It's nice.
Yeah. Well, I deal with more of the gloves that he sells, as far as his gloves and shit. And
okay.
Some of the fight gear too.
Now, what weight class was Scott when he boxed?
He weighed 118.
Oh, gee. What was your lowest weight class ever you boxed at?
154.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to ask, in a head-to-head, but that's not fair because you guys aren't in the same weight class. So I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to bring up old wounds. Who would win in a boxing match?
I mean, it's always, it's you got to know it's always in the weight division thing, because no matter how much shit he know, whatever, because he's so small, he'll get crushed by anything that I do.
Right. When you trained, when you hit weights, what was your most extreme thing you ever did to like shred weight and make weight, lose weight, and all that?
Like the crazy part about boxers is that when you gotta make weight, you gotta, like, say for example, I walk around, my fight weight was at 154, and I walk around at 170. 168, and I had to cut off. Yeah, so in the matter of 3 weeks, I'll cut all that weight off.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's great. Now say you were to box just at 170, would you be healthier than we at 154? And it sounds like losing 15 pounds in a week or 3 weeks
Well,
is not
no,
healthy at
it's
all.
not. It's not that. I want to be the king of my weight class. My weight class is 154. Why would I go entertain fighting some big guy at 175 or 170 for that matter? You know, even though if I beat him, it would ruin me because then nobody's gonna want to fight me at 154.
No doubt. What now? Let me ask you a question. It's always wondered. You know, like when two boxers fight, there's always like one guy is like 58-1, the other guy is 72-0. Are there boxers running around with like a record of like 5-43, or like who's getting all these losses out there?
Yeah, there is a lot of them. Like
you never see people that beat losses.
They're called billy goats. Like the promotions call upon them to come into their shows and get knocked out.
How much would something like that pay? How much would something like that pay? Like, say I just was just gonna go get rope and dope knocked out.
Basic money. Like if it's a 4-rounder, he'll make $1,000 and be happy.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start calling you Joe Glass.
Damn, I can go Glass Joe Varel and fucking go out there and just get pounded for 4 rounds and fucking make $1,000. I could do that shit. Actually, I couldn't. I'm not a fighter at all. Ask anybody. I'm the worst fighter probably in my friends group. Like,
first of all, you can't see the nigga in front of you.
That's true. Well, in this virtual world, I just talk shit to whoever, and who's gonna come over because you can't get the virus and die. So it's like, this how boxing is gonna work, right? They're gonna get like this. The guy's gonna be like, aha, and cough in the guy's face. And he's like, no, and he's gonna run away and just lose by count out.
No one wants to fight Corona Joe.
True story. I was at Save a Lot, and I was in the line. The line was kind of lengthy, and I coughed and shit. And I guess I sounded crazy the way I coughed, and you should have seen the way everybody moved and shit. I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, this is awesome. I got to pay for my shit quickly. Oh, thank you, guys. So awesome.
That's how I get to the front of the line. Just
So when they come to arrest you, if they come to arrest you now you got to go, they'll be like, okay, you can just keep going. Bye.
Yeah. Was what you did really worth that risk of them having?
That actually is one thing. One thing I do like about this thing is that they're overlooking low level stupid shit. Now they're not, calling people into the probation office to piss test for weed, or they're not. You got a fucking minor misdemeanor or even a major misdemeanor, there's whatever. They're not gonna pull people in jail to die because of a.
They said pretty much it's not a violent crime, and they don't want to take you.
Right, I'm totally down with that, man. That's one of the beauties of this fucking thing. Maybe the only that and the pollution going away is pretty good too. But
at the same time, crime is fucking low. Because nobody's out on the streets.
Yeah, you can't go rob a house if somebody's at the fucking house, dude. It's just the way it works.
Dude, they said the crime dropped like 30%.
Oh yeah, they said that the crime rate is so low, it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Only thing is though, a lot of shootings though.
Yeah, they said that, I read a statistic is actually kind of funny. They said the coronavirus actually caused the death rate in Chicago to lower because so many people are not getting shot. More every weekend people just shoot each other up. Now that there's the house, the coronavirus caused the death rate to lower.
Car accidents are lower too.
They're all just at home playing Madden.
Yeah.
Right, just sit there fucking playing Grand Theft Auto, and there needs to be a coronavirus video game. I think that's got to be coming out soon. No, little fucking first-person shooter.
Yeah. We gotta wait until the bodies get cold, at least before we start fucking coronavirus video games.
Yeah, the thing that's gonna suck about comedy when we come back is people aren't gonna know. Like, should I tell coronavirus jokes? Should I not tell? What am I gonna joke about? It's gonna.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I got a question, guys. What do you guys think about this 5G thing going on?
The what?
The 5G causing the coronavirus. The conspiracy theories. You familiar with any of that, Tom?
Well, I'm saying like, it is a fact. I train a couple military people, and they're telling me that they're gonna go and buy those boxes. I believe they cost like $1,500 to $2,000.
What, a Faraday cage?
That protects you from the radiation, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Faraday cage. No. The 5G is just
you can build one on your own. I think.
Yeah, it's like a radio. You get high enough wavelengths, or like get into like microwaves and that kind of thing, you get cancer. But but not from a phone.
Yeah, I mean, plus the coronavirus is like a biological
not
virus.
from the phone,
You can't.
but they say it's the actual towers.
Well, the towers, even if they put out enough radiation and like microwaves and that kind of thing, it would cause cancer before it would create a biological
That's what
thing
they're
like a
saying. That
virus.
it's already happening. They're saying that cancers. That's what they're talking about. That the cancer rate is high.
Well, even the
everywhere
VA
that's
has
like
got
that.
presumptive conditions if you're exposed to ionizing radiation. That's the radiation that like from like high up in the atmosphere or atomic bombs. And what that basically does is it goes into your body, into your cells, and starts breaking up your DNA and
Right.
screwing up your DNA and causing cancer that way.
Right.
But I mean, everything's on the electromagnetic spectrum, even light. So I mean, it's just another, and everything going from radio waves to light
That's funny that
rays
you
to
That's funny that you said even light, because I have my mom under these programs, and the city sent some people to the house and they changed all her light bulbs. They changed all her light bulbs to some other funny type.
Yeah, the CFL light bulb. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. It's a program where I got a whole box of them. They shipped to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if you change from the regular standard bulbs like the Edison type bulbs that heats up a wire filament, those are highly inefficient and they create a lot of heat. If you change out to the CFLs, you save a lot of electricity. But there's city programs that will do that for you. Even I think you can contact Ohio Edison, and they'll send you like a energy saver package and give you light bulbs.
The company power company is like doing that because it saves them money too as well.
Yeah, that's the program that I got her in. Is some kind of program to save her money on her utilities and stuff. And then I got her on her and dad. I got them both on like basically they pay 33% water, sewage tax, shit like that.
Yeah, so they're on the homestead exemption.
Yeah.
Where they if you're over a certain age or you're disabled, you get really reduced rate on your water bill and your taxes, that kind of thing.
I had that on my property taxes.
That's exactly what it's called, the Homestead program.
Yeah.
Smart.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up. We're about out of time here. Before we go, I have to mention the WNBA draft was tonight. The only reason I mentioned that because by mentioning that, we are officially in the top 100 WNBA podcasts. Just by mentioning that. We'd like to thank our special guests for coming out. Boxer Ray Ruiz is a really big Browns fan. Devon Bates, the movie Common Creed, is on Amazon Prime right now.
Go Steelers, boy!
Don't forget, next week, live. Not live, it's going to be recorded, but on the air. American Idol, Shebang, William Hung, get him interviewed right here on the podcast. Come out next week. Love it, guys. Get infected. We'll see you all next week, guys, okay? Please come out and listen. And like and follow. Please subscribe. The more people subscribe, the better the podcast goes, okay? Love you guys. Talk next week.
Go Steelers,
get infected with Browns. I want to mute Ray when we log off because Ray's right there. Ray's like, go Browns, man. Go Browns. Hell yeah. I like the Browns. My name's Ray. Ray says go Browns. Yay. Woo!